Hey guys, if you are looking for a 15-minute hip flexibility workout with the best stretches to increase your overall hip flexibility, to help your knees and your back, this is the routine for you. In this routine, we're going to be working on your hamstrings, your outer thighs, your inner thighs, as well as your quadriceps and hip flexors. It's going to help tremendously with your overall knee and back health. You're going to notice it both in your other workouts and in your day-to-day life. You don't need to have any yoga experience to do this. We're going to be using a simple strap to do this routine. If you don't have a strap, just grab a t-shirt. And at the end of this 15 minutes, you're going to be feeling a lot more mobile. By the way, subscribe so you don't miss it on future workouts. We put out new workouts every week. Here we go. So we're going to start with your left leg. You're going to put the strap around the sole of your left foot. Keep your right leg flat on the ground. Bring your knee in toward your chest, your left knee in toward your chest, keeping your back flat on the ground. And then slowly extend that leg up until you feel a stretch through the back of your thigh, through your hamstrings. Push your left knee forward to get that stretch a little bit more. Flex your toes down toward your shin. Now you're going to feel that stretch through your calf too. And then breathe in and out of your nose. One way that we can make this a little bit more effective is by making it more active. So you can do this passively by just kind of holding the strap here, but I want you to make this more active by squeezing this left thigh. So if you can squeeze your quadriceps, if you can even think squeezing your leg in toward your body, that's going to help you increase your flexibility more significantly. So keeping this leg active as you stretch your hamstrings. We're going to do 3 more breaths here. We're going to try and do at least 60 seconds for every part of this stretch, or every stretch in this routine. And you're welcome to do longer if you want to do this for longer. 60 seconds is, I would say, the minimum. But if you want to do 2 or 3 minutes per stretch, that is totally fine as well. All right, switch legs. So bring your right foot into the strap now. Left leg is flat on the ground. Bring your thigh in toward your chest. Keep the lower right back on the ground. And then extend your leg up until you feel that stretch through the back of your thigh. By the way, if you feel kind of some pain or tenderness in your lower back as you're doing this, bring your leg a little bit further away from you and bend your knee more. It could be that you're just going beyond where your back is ready to go. So bending the knee and also getting a little bit more engagement through your core, so kind of squeezing your abs, squeezing your hips as you're doing this, is going to help with supporting your lower back a little bit more. If you're able to, you can relax your head down on the ground. And if you can't comfortably relax your head down, put a block under your head. That's just going to help prop it up. If you have poor posture, if you sit at a desk a lot, that extra block behind your head can make this a little more relaxing. Make sure you're trying to squeeze your thigh as you hold this. So again, squeezing your right quadriceps, kind of pressing the back of the right knee forward. And then as you're holding this and progressing, maybe bringing that leg closer in toward your body. If you have tight calves and you want to get that extra stretch, try to get your toes down below your heel. Might be a little uncomfortable at first, but calf flexibility is a beautiful thing. So try to do it. 2 more breaths here. As you exhale, you can work deeper into that stretch. Some of you straightening the leg a little bit more. Or just becoming more relaxed in the depth that you're in. Both things are progress. All right, now we're going to switch back to the left leg. Bring your right leg down on the ground. Press the left leg up. Toes flex down toward the floor. Heel presses up toward the ceiling. Press the back of the left knee forward. And now I want you to shift the strap to your right hand, keeping your left hip on the ground. Bring your leg over to the right just a few inches until you feel the stretch the outer thigh. This is one of my favorite stretches for people who sit a lot during the day. This is doing kind of the exact opposite of what your hip does when you're in a seated position. So we're really opening up this whole outer thigh, your glutes. This is helping to relieve stress on the lower back as well as your knees. And it's just a really great stretch. Make sure that you're keeping this left hip on the ground. And if you notice that this stretch starts to get uncomfortable, just because it's a tight muscle that you haven't stretched like in this manner in a long time, or maybe never, that's okay. I want you to just breathe through it. So you're going to double down on your breathing in and out of your nose. That's going to send a signal to your body saying, hey, it's okay. You can relax. We're fine here. And that's ultimately going to help you increase flexibility as well. 2 more breaths. Nice long breaths. Relax your shoulders, relax your face and your neck. And then come back to the middle and switch sides. So now the strap goes on your right foot. You're going to flex the toes down, press the heel up, press the back of your right knee forward. Keep your upper body relaxed on the ground. Shift that strap to your left hand and keeping the right hip firmly on the ground. Make sure you're not lifting up and twisting here. Bring your leg over to the left just a few inches until you feel that stretch. And it does help to kind of think about keeping that right hip pinned to the ground. Another visualization you can do here, think about making this area from the outside of your right hip all the way up through the ankle. Make that area longer. And if you can visualize that and kind of implement it, you're going to notice a much deeper release through your outer thigh. Again, this is a stretch that is super beneficial for anybody who sits. It's going to help relieve stress on your hips, your lower back, and your knees. And yeah, I just really like this stretch. This is one of those stretches that I wish I personally did more of. But if you can do this as well, it's really going to help you. Try to breathe through that discomfort if it is getting, kind of tight, or if it's just an unfamiliar sensation. Use your breathing to reassure your body, hey, it's okay. I am fine here. And when you do that, it helps your body relax, and it helps you go deeper into the stretch, helps you increase your flexibility more. One more nice breath here.
Quick break here, guys. If you're looking for more workouts to work on your hip flexibility, as well as other common problem areas for guys like their shoulders, your neck, your posture, I've got a free 7-day challenge you can sign up for free at the link in the description below. Do that when the workout's finished.
And then back to the middle. Switch sides one more time. We've got one more kind of station in these strap stretches with the leg up. Press the back of the left knee forward, flex the toes down, reach your heel up. Now you're going to shift the strap into your left hand. Bring your right hand out to the side. Keep the right shoulder on the ground if you can. Take a deep breath in. And now you're going to work your inner thigh. So bring your left leg out to the left. Keep your right hip flat on the ground. So you're actually going to work on keeping this right leg active, pushing it toward the ground. And you want to stretch your inner thigh here. If you feel like there's a little tension kind of right on the knee here, bend your knee a little bit, like you see me doing here, and then extend the leg, and that should shift the focus into the inner thigh. Keep that slow, controlled breathing. And as you exhale, you can kind of let gravity do its thing, and your leg will get closer to the ground. Just make sure you're keeping that right hip pressing toward the ground as well. To make this more intense, you can bring that leg higher up, away from your right leg. But if you're feeling a good enough stretch, you don't have to do that. And to make this less intense, you're going to bring the leg closer toward the bottom of the mat. So just choose whichever depth is appropriate here for you. Don't mirror me. I want you to do the pose as it applies to you. So you're keeping that right hip down, only going down as low as you can while keeping that right hip down, focusing on this stretch, the inner thigh, and doing your best to keep your shoulders, your head, your neck, everything relaxed there. One more breath. And then back to the middle. Switch sides last time here. Flex your toes down, press the heel up, press the back of the right knee forward, squeeze your thigh. Remember, it helps to stay active. and then pushing that left hip into the floor. Slowly bring your right leg out to the right, focusing the stretch on the inner thigh. Keep your left shoulder on the ground if you can, bringing that left arm out to the side. And take these first few seconds in this pose to really focus on the breathing. Right? There's always this initial, oh, wow, that's a deep stretch. And if you can respond to that sensation by focusing on slowing down your breathing, using that exhale to tell your body, hey, it's okay, we're stretching, we're going to be fine, then that's going to give your kind of your inner thigh and the rest of your body the signal, okay, we're good, let's go a little bit deeper in the stretch. Let's work on this. 3 more breaths here. Every exhale, maybe going a little bit deeper. And if not actually going deeper, then just becoming more comfortable with the depth that you're in. And when I say 3 breaths, I usually mean about a lot of seconds, more seconds than you would normally think. 3 breaths could be anywhere from 40 to 60 seconds. All right, let's bring it back to the middle. Nicely done. Go ahead and take the strap out, and then we'll move on to our final pose. So we're going to come up into a low lunge position here, and this is where we're going to integrate the knee pad. And goal here is we've done stretching through the backs and the outer thigh and the inside of the thigh. Now we're going to do the front of the thigh. And the best stretch for this is a couch stretch. We're going to do a lizard kind of variation of that stretch just to make it a little easier. Start in a low lunge, right leg forward, left leg back, knee down, letting your hips kind of sink forward, relaxing your hips forward. Now, we're already getting a stretch through your hip flexors, but I want to make this just a tad more effective. So, if you are able, you're going to kind of shift your weight on the back knee forward, just above the knee, kind of on the top of that thigh, and then squeeze your left heel in toward your butt. Now, this is hard to do, but if you can do it, reach back, grab the foot, and hold it into your body. And I have been, there are different ways to do this. You can hold it with the same side hand, but you can also go back and hold it with the other side's hand. And they're both going to stretch your quadriceps and your hip flexors. It's just going to feel a little bit different one side or the other. If you can't grab that foot with your hand, what you're going to do, you're going to take your strap, you're going to make a hole with the strap, taking it through the D-ring, like so. And now that you've got that hole, we're going to put that around the sole of your foot, just like we did for the strap stretch. You're going to put that over your shoulder and then step your right leg forward, go into that lunge, and then squeeze that heel up. And you're actually going to push into the strap with your foot, and that's going to help you build a little bit more active mobility in the foot here. And if you're holding on with your hand, you can also push your foot into the hand as well. This is an intense stretch, so we're going to use our breathing to work through this. Slow and controlled, in and out of the nose. 3 more breaths. Yes, this is intense, but you can do this. Just focus on your breathing. You'll be able to do this stretch. If you need to back off the intensity, you can back off the intensity. That's fine. But try to hold it for the full duration of the stretch. Last breath. All right. And then slowly release. Don't let your legs slingshot to the ground. Slowly release. And now we're going to switch sides. So if you use the strap variation on that last side, we're going to do that again. If you don't need the strap, then don't use the strap. But set it up. So if you are using that strap, put it around the sole of your foot. Bring the strap over your shoulder.
Step your left leg forward, come into a lunge, and give your hips a couple breaths to kind of open up here. Don't go straight into the reach back. Come into the lunge, take a couple breaths, make sure your body's feeling relaxed. As you exhale, think about your right hip flexors and those quadriceps relaxing. And then when you're ready, squeeze that heel in toward the butt. Use the strap to pull it in, but then resist the strap. So I actually want you to kick into that strap as you're doing this. And this is a technique that's going to help you increase your flexibility more so than if you were to just do a passive stretch. So really push hard into that strap. Do that for at least 10 seconds. And then trying to maintain some tension through those muscles that you're stretching. So squeezing your quadriceps, squeezing the hip flexors, then you can lengthen those muscles as you feel the stretch. And this is going to be more effective, again, than just passive alone. If you're able to, maybe you reach back with the hand, grab the foot. Keep in mind you can do that same pushing into the hand that we did pushing into the strap here, if you're able to grip. And you can pull your foot closer into your butt, but make sure that you're able to squeeze that right thigh as you're doing this. Try not to be passive. If you are passive with this, you could just feel a little bit more knee tenderness throughout the day and the following day. So it does help to be active. 2 more breaths. All right, and then slowly release. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that workout. Hopefully you're feeling the difference. Try to do this at least 3 times per week if you want to notice significant improvements in the least amount of time. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. We put out a new workout every week. Like the video if you found it helpful, and leave a comment if you have some feedback or just want to say hi. If you're looking for another workout right now to work on your hip flexibility a little bit more, click on the upper right-hand corner of this video and check out this other hip routine I prepared for you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.